All right, even though it has like this weird thing, like it doesn't look like I should probably get a green screen if I wanted to do it better.
I have no fucking idea what you just said. All right, well, hi everyone. Are you guys ready to talk TTRPGs?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
kind of the whole reason we're here, but I mean,
Oh, is that why we're here?
We could not.
Oh, sorry, I thought
Wait,
this was.
is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I'm so out of here, bro.
I could leave, go to the gym, so I can get big and strong like Trashy's friend.
I'd love to see you two just fight each other.
Bro.
I'd sit there with just a big old bottle of beer, just going, "This is the best day of my life."
Well, that's the problem. Is I am 40. Well, currently I'm down, so I'm 30 pounds heavier than I normally ever was, which is great. But I've also noticed I move a lot slower. Like,
Say you're old.
well, also okay, thanks. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Who invited Kevin?
I don't know. I play the TTRPG game, so I just know.
He just kind of by himself.
Yeah.
Getting too comfortable.
Wow.
Well, to kick this off, I wanted to talk about Trashy not being scared of beholders.
Oh man. So there's two reasons why. One, who here has ever heard of Luigi from D&D?
Oh,
So Luigi's a beholder. He owns his own bar. But two, I am a firm believer that a beholder is the last line of a DM's defense, and it's a cheap card trick. You can get through an entire campaign without ever pulling out a beholder.
Yeah, but I think the context was you walk into a room and there's a beholder, and you wouldn't like be like, "Oh shit," and run away.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, if we're talking that level, yeah, no, because you're already in. You're already in the room. You can say, "Oh shit," but if you start running, it's got more eyes than you've got feet, and it can shoot farther than you can run in 2 turns.
Who was that you were playing against? Was that Fred?
Yeah, it
yes.
was-
Yeah, Fred and I were both sitting there going, "Are you out of your mind?"
Look, you're already in the room. You're already in the fatal funnel. You've got nowhere to go but forward.
Kevin,
If I turn around and Torvecchi's standing behind me,
Kevin, look up a
No,
beholder and
if
tell me
you
if
turn
you would
around
be
and
scared
Vivek
walking
standing
into that
behind
room.
you, he's already turned around and started running.
That doesn't
No,
even make
that
sense. Nope.
Yeah, hell no. Nah.
Yeah, see?
you got to
Jazz.
stand there and fight. That's just it. You
Jazz,
got to stand there.
Stand and fight against a beholder.
Nuh-uh. I'm leaving.
You also have
I'm
to
sorry.
think the question came to you. So if Trashy walks into a room and there's a beholder, he's just like, yeah, no, I'm a fight. I think
He's in for that.
I think it would be different sober Trashy versus drunk Trashy.
I am sober right now.
Yeah, I think
drinking
I could
coffee.
see drunk Trashy being like,
Hang
let's go. Putting him up
Pissed off.
Popeye
I
style.
got this, guys. I
Yeah.
got this.
Start puffing on a
I
pipe.
can do it.
Man, I'm in an office and fucking Ace over there is in on the beach.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, y'all.
Gotta get some sunshine in here. It's all dark outside.
Gonna
I'll fix it. I got this.
We're gonna have to give the viewers the what is that called? Where they can't like see all the flashing lights.
Oh, the epileptic.
Warning at the beginning of this. 'Cause you
Flashing
guys'
light
background-
warning.
Well, you
Yeah.
can just say it's that bad, bro. I was just testing it out for fun.
No, it's cool. You're so
There you
cute.
go. Is this better? Is it blurry?
Yeah, it's
So great.
but I mean, I don't. Even if I was in character as like this badass dwarf that has gone and killed some fey creatures on top of a mountain or something, if I walk into a room and there's a beholder there, even if I got a party with me, what am I gonna do? I've got a shield and an axe, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, pardon me, but beholders are like ancient, all-powerful beings, not to the full extent of the word, but basically. So, like, what am I going to do? This actually came up, Fred and I played in a campaign called Strange Night Golden Ridge. Shout out to the DM, writer of that homebrew, Mr. Pickles. We played in this game, and we basically played as humans. normal dudes. We're going up against these like alien monsters, demonic beings. And I basically was like, what am I supposed to do?
Don't die.
Apparently throw rotten eggs at them.
I'm just a dude. I did try that. I did.
Did
it work?
No, it didn't, and I ran away.
Okay, so there's this dude in this room that we're supposed to go meet, and we walk in there, and he feels like really, really powerful. And the first reaction of the two people with my character is start throwing eggs at him, because apparently that's the knee-jerk reaction.
We were trying to like intimidate or interrogate this guy, and I was like, "How powerful is this dude?" And I like threw an egg at him, and it didn't even hit him. It just like hit his shield, invisible shield, and I was like, "Nope." Turned around and left.
They left my guy in the room with dude.
We did. We just left him. We're like, "Get in the car. We're leaving." Because I mean, when you come across a being like that, like, what are you supposed to do? So Trashy, you walk into a room with a beholder. This thing is, you can't use eggs.
It's got 10 eyes right off the bat. One of the eyes are known simply as Death Ray. Like, it's got 3 legendary actions. It has its own lair. And it can move faster and farther and shoot farther than you can run. That's why I'm like, nah, you got to plan.
No. This isn't us running into a beholder after we know we're going for it. This is us walking into a room and suddenly beholder.
Oh, I'm pooping my pants.
Yeah, use the mirror, guys.
There it is.
Oh, I'm pooping my pants. Oh yeah.
That's what we're talking about. We're not like,
oh, did you?
This isn't us planning 6 months to go after this thing. This is us walking into a room and suddenly beholder.
Oh yeah.
For anyone curious, this came from a recent YouTube video where we played Guess Who, but all the characters were D&D monsters. Which Jazz, you actually got to play an episode of that, and the footage was lost because Wrath doesn't know how to record audio.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was sad. It was a good game.
It was pretty funny.
It was hilarious. I'm pretty sure you lost, and I think the entire reason you lost is because almost every single game you would ask, like, does your character have claws? And he would say, yes. And so then you would go and get rid of every character that has claws. I was like, no, Chaz.
In my defense here, we actually tied. We actually tied.
Who knows?
Oh, that's
lost
true.
recording. There's no proof.
There's no proof. Yeah. Well, what's funny is, Jez, to make you feel better, you're not the only one, because Fred and Trashy both did it, and I finally had to stop them and be like, guys, no.
I accidentally conned a win out of Trashy.
Oh yeah, he totally did. He what's that? Lamplighted or something. What's that called?
Gaslighted.
Yeah,
and I didn't do it on purpose either, because I was confused as well.
It was so funny. Trashy's over there doing it correct, and Fred's like, "You sure?" And Trashy goes, "Oh no, you're right," and then goes back and does it all wrong. And I was like, "What are you doing?" No.
Rod just sitting over there watching 2 idiots.
Yeah, it was painful. I was like, man, it's times like these I miss Benji. No, it was good. It was good. So we've been playing a couple of those game show games lately, you guys. I think everyone here has actually been in a game show now. What do you guys think?
Probably.
The very first.
Good.
I was so outmatched.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin.
Oh, Wrath, we need to do the Pokemon game with these guys.
Yes, please.
What's the Pokemon game?
I'm ready to destroy y'all. This is something I can do.
I think the Pokemon game got voted out in today's YouTube video that drops at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, thank God.
That's sad. I actually enjoyed that game.
Yeah, I built out the whole Pokemon game. I have the campaign.
Oh no! I don't mean the Pokemon D&D game. I mean the
Nuzlocke.
The one where we going around. The where we had the map and all the paths between the stuff.
Oh. Yes. So it's basically what I did is I saw some other guys who took a Pokemon game and turned it into basically a Mario Party type board game.
Oh.
And so I was like, this is actually where this entire idea came from. I saw that and was like, what if I did a similar thing but for TTRPGs? And so I built an entire. This actually took me the longest. This game took me forever to make. I think months.
And you just threw it away?
Yeah. Well, no, nice. It's still there. The problem is it's all based off King's Crossing, and the only person who understands the game would be Fred. So I was like, well, I can't bring a bunch of new people in who have never played a game with me before and been like, play my King's Crossing board game. And people will be like, I don't understand anything. And I'll be like, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, well, now that I have players playing in King's Crossing, I think we can bring it back and like bring it into the rotation. But yeah, so basically I have a board game that is based off like a Mario Party idea, and it's all King's Crossing. So the actual board game map is the free lands, and there's like Arwen's Rest and a bunch of other locations around the board that you move through. And yeah, that was a good one. I would play that. I would play that again. It was really the only thing I was waiting for is more people to actually understand the game before I just jumped into it.
I see.
Yeah. So it'll come up. I think my next one that I'm going to try and get out is Sorry. We did
Getting out Sorry?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. We did the original game, the board game Sorry, but since then we've updated it and made it so much better. We've completely revised it. Benji and I have been working on it to make it better. So if it sucks, just make sure you all know that it's Benji's fault.
Sorry, the game where you're a dick to your friends.
Yeah. Well, that's most of my board games.
I'm about to say, that's like almost every game. What are you talking?
Yeah, it's most games, actually most multiplayer games. You ever played Halo Online or Call of Duty or Fortnite? Or...
Well, that's a completely different genre, my guy.
any multiplayer
Monopoly,
game?
guys?
Yeah, it's basically all.
No, because if I want to
This
hear
guy
someone
picked
dig my
like some of the
mom,
most competitive games and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, the game shows, they're going well.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're doing good with them.
Okay.
I enjoyed the Guess Who. In fact, I was. Oh man, no matter how I say this, it's going to sound weird. I was not thinking about you in the shower, but I was thinking about the game in the shower.
Well, that's okay. I had a dream about you and your character the other night. So
yeah, I mean, let's hope it's up.
Yeah. But yeah, you were thinking about Guess Who in the shower?
I was, man, because I was like, oh man, that was actually a really good idea. And I even wrote it on the because I have notebooks all around the house, because if I don't write things down I will forget. I was like, I gotta ask him for that so I can bring it into my forge and use it.
Yeah, I've still got it all built. So yeah, the idea was I can do multiple versions from, like, I took D&D because I feel like I haven't done a lot of D&D game stuff, and a lot of people know D&D. So I was like, let me use D&D monsters first, and then it can, there's a lot of different monsters in the monster manual that you can go off of. I tried to pull like some of the most common ones that people knew, but for future versions, we could do like more monsters. I had 24, I think, on there, but we could do more and have them all from D&D, or we could scrap those and bring in like Zweihander monsters or Savage World monsters, or
even specific campaigns.
Yeah,
I mean, if you really want to get nitty gritty.
I've thought about it, but again, I need more people to go through King's Crossing before I start bringing in Blights and Hunger Shades and stuff, because no one will know what those are. Except for
Hey man, you bring in Curse of Strahd, I will win every time.
Yeah. That's the other thing is like,
oh my god. Speaking of Curse of Strahd, I just joined the Curse of Strahd campaign.
I think it'd be funny if we just threw them into the game and said, figure out what these characters do and how they relate to each other.
I mean, that's what I'm doing in everything I do here, basically.
Kevin's like, that's everything. I'm just trying to figure out how anything works. For anybody who doesn't know,
the beard helps you learn quicker.
That's true. Yeah, I retain all my knowledge right here.
It's right here. It's kind of like with the dwarves. Yeah, this is.
The bigger your beard, the more wise you are.
It's okay. I have a few notebooks lying around too.
Sucks to suck, Chaz. Just no chance.
Okay.
It's okay, Jess. I heard maybe you could draw it on a beard. Maybe that'll help.
Just draw it on?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe I'll just draw a beard later.
Get like one of
those, just do a nice mustache.
The mustache
thing. With mascara.
Little French one with a little draw on it.
There you go. I've seen those. Have you guys ever seen, this is completely off topic, but with women's doing their makeups, and men, I suppose, too, or whoever, I don't know, don't cancel me. They do like the wings coming off the side. You guys seen those? The black wings? Those are cool. I don't know who you are, but those are cool. But
hang on, ready?
There's a limit.
You go.
There's a limit, because I've seen some that like they be way too much, and I'm like, okay, bird, calm down. Like, but there's some cool wings if you've seen them. Kevin, you don't know what I'm talking about?
The raccoon eyes.
Absolutely
yeah,
not.
it's like
So
they draw on with
those yeah, where they like do the
eyeliner or
okay, now I
something
understand. Yeah,
off the
yeah,
side.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I
What
do
you
now.
gotta do is you gotta
It
take
is.
your mascara pencil and you burn the end a little bit. That's how you get it super dark. Not that I ever wore makeup.
I was like, trashy.
How does this guy specifically know how to do it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You notice Jazz even was like, he shouldn't know that. He
I
shouldn't
was
know
like,
that.
wait, why do you know
Wait,
that?
what?
Because I tried being punk rock in high school, man.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Well,
mascara makes your eyes pop.
of course it does. I mean, anything would probably make your eyes
Like, I don't want to be here
Every
anymore.
makeup.
I was like,
Makeup.
No.
Oh,
So, y'all don't need me to hang around anymore, right?
yeah. So, this
Bro just left
conversation.
the office.
Listen, I just was thinking. I don't know why that came up. Why did that come up? I don't know what we were talking
New
about.
topic,
Freudian
makeup,
slip.
apparently.
I don't know what we were talking about, but it made me think of that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay, so at least we figured out. That was the whole point of this entire podcast, was to figure out why Trashy wouldn't be scared of a beholder. But I'm glad we figured that one out. What else you guys have? Anyone else bring any topics? They were like, I have this question or this topic or anything.
Absolutely not. I brought nothing to the game.
For anyone who
I wanna-
doesn't
I
know,
brought
know-
nothing to the table.
Kevin is
I'm
our
just
newest
here.
join. Kevin doesn't know anything. He was the
Nope.
you were in my first ever game show I did, which was a trivia challenge about TTRPGs. And
I
about
almost
halfway through the game, he goes, "I've never played a TTRPG before."
He's just Googling the answers like,
I didn't even
hang on.
Google, bro. It's just like, what does this sound like?
Yeah,
And I think like towards the end, I started getting points. I was really
he
close
got
to
some
getting,
points. He put up a fighting chance. It was.
I was like, I think I was like 100, 200 points behind
someone. I don't even remember who.
Yeah.
But no, it was funny. But yeah, shout out to Kevin as our newest TTRPG members. So see, listeners, even shut up, dogs. Hang on.
Yeah. Even who?
I don't want the dogs barking on the podcast. Hey, there's nothing there.
Yes, there is. You just don't see it.
Yeah, you just don't see ghosts like they do.
Here's the question: is nothing there because they bark, or are they barking because nothing's there?
Yeah. No, they're like, yeah, we scared it away.
You're welcome.
Kira.
So the question I do have then,
Well, hang on. Be right back. I want to hear your question.
since all of you guys,
Okay, we don't need him anyways, guys.
since all you guys are doing King's Crossing, and y'all know like the bare basics of King's Crossing, right?
Do I even know the basics yet?
I don't
I don't
know.
know,
If
do
I
you?
even know the basics yet.
I don't know. I know like a few things. I know how
Okay,
to
well,
look
this
at my
question is going to be
character.
really hard then.
I read the book twice,
Send
so
it,
I
send
still
it.
don't understand it.
Okay, so what are you guys most excited about for this campaign then?
I'm most excited for.
Are you talking, just so I can kind of understand, are you asking a very open-ended question, or are you asking more like role playability, learning a new tabletop game, or what specifically
About the setting we're in.
So you're talking about King's Crossing specifically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being I've only kind of really built up Varengate, I'm kind of actually excited to see. I kind of like what Wrath did with the because I've done it before with the mages, and any magic is centrally located, or you can be one of those outliers that's like I'm not gonna report myself, but I got to be careful who I use magic around. I think that's actually really cool. That's something that's not used a lot in my opinion, and it can either make or break the game depending on the players or who plays what. But I do like the open-endedness of Zweihander compared to D&D. So like in the beginning, Wrath had to constantly remind us who's never done Zweihander, like, hey, you are not a hero. You are just someone that just so happened to step forward, compared to D&D where you are building that hero. Like, all right, cool, I already have my level 20 figured out, so I know I'm going to be the best rogue in the game, or the best hunter, whatever. Whereas with Zweihander, like, hell, I'm not going to lie, even when during character creation, like, you told me to keep my character sheet, And I was like, all right, well, DM said keep the character sheet, but why? And then I'm going through step by step, and I was like, I'm trying not to curse. Screw this game. I don't want to play this. I don't get to play what I want. F this, F that, F that. I was calm on the outside, but inside I was like, I am not playing this this character. I can't fall in love with them. I can't stand behind them. And then when you're like, hey, do you want to use that fate point?
Bring back
I was like, you want to use that?
Yeah, I was so glad we could do that. So
right?
glad. I was like,
your
I think
Shifty
Shifty was the only one who didn't. And then, like, a day before his game, he messaged me. It was like, I want to use my fate point. I was like, all right, cool.
Because it's hard to follow, and even when like you first kind of brought up Zweihander, I went online, which if you try and Google Zweihander, just for anyone's knowledge, you have to actually Google Zweihander Grim and Perilous. If you don't, you have to go to like page 5 on Google search. That's when you start finding everything.
Like I said before, we are the community for Zweihander.
Yes, like that's not a joke. But I was able to find the book, and I'm going through and I'm reading it, and so a lot of the guys I work with at my job are huge tabletops, and I'm talking everybody from Warhammer 40K all the way down to D&D, and to hear they don't even know it's Zweihander, I'm like, oh God, what did I get myself into? But reading the book, I'm like, wow, everything is based on just a roll of the dice. I was like, ugh, I don't know if this is something I'm gonna. Well,
have you ever played? Not to get us off track here,
No.
Traveler.
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, look up Traveler's character creation. It'll blow your mind. that's a fun one. Yeah,
like
that's the one where your character can die during character creation.
What?
Yeah.
You got bomb terminal illness, mate. You got 2 days to live. Enjoy.
Yeah. It's great.
No, F that nonsense.
Yeah. It's fun. But no, as far as Zweihander goes, what's fun for me, and by fun I use that term very loosely, in trying to prep as a DM for games, and I'm like, people will ask me questions like, hey, how does the magic system work or whatever, and I'm reading the book and I was like, okay, I need some more explanations. So then I Google around. There is, as far as I can tell, there's one guy and a couple other people have like copied his content, but there's basically one guy who went and did like a Reddit post where he read through the book and like gave his thoughts on it, and that's it. And it doesn't even like go super in depth. It's just like, oh, this is cool how they use this, and I'm like, that doesn't tell me anything. That's it. So then basically I'm deciphering the book myself because there's no one else who has done it.
Fred said it best. We are the community. And that's actually why Soupcan joined yesterday, because I'm talking about Zweihander and he's like, well, I kind of want to get into this. And I'm like, well, games are full, but you can watch, he's like, send me the link. No, I already sent you the Discord. You can join the Discord. But yeah, like even reading the book, just like you did, like, there's D&D is a Glock.
yeah. It's the common one that everyone knows, everyone's heard of, everyone's seen.
Even if you've never played a tabletop,
plug and play,
everyone knows what Dungeons & Dragons is. Compared to, like I said, you say Zweihander, and immediately Sukan and the other gentleman that should join here today, Luigi, 2 guys I work with, are both like, you mean the two-handed broadsword? And I'm like, no, dude, no.
Whole system.
No.
Yeah, I would love to look up this system a little bit more and figure out, because if there's no community for it, like maybe we can capitalize on that. We've got like a niche over here. This episode of DiceBound Table Talk is sponsored by Hobbs Lodge. Close your eyes and picture with me for just 1 second. You are cold, you are wet, you've probably been chased by something you can't even describe to the gods. Hobbs Lodge understands. At Hobbs Lodge, you'll find warm fire, hot food, questionable ale, and a floor sturdy enough to pass out on if you need to. Hobbs Lodge proudly offers meals that taste better the longer you've been starving. We've also got plenty of drinks strong enough to make you forget why you came to begin with. No questions asked, no stories repeated, and no guarantees you'll ever remember the night. Hobbs Lodge. If you've made it here, you'll need a drink. DiceBound is not responsible for bar fights, missing boots, sudden life advice from strangers, or waking up with a new quest. Thanks for watching DiceBound Tabletop. Have a drink on us.
So something I do like about Zweihander is that the jobs aren't just like rogue fighter,
Yep.
so on and so forth. It's actual real life jobs.
That reason specifically is why I chose it. And I remember this and the system Warhammer also uses it. There's a reason that I switched from Warhammer to Zweihammer. And I will be honest, that was like 5 years ago or something, and I do not remember why. I have no idea why I went from Warhammer to Zweihammer. Like, I think, because if I remember right, and Fred, you probably won't even remember this, we started King's Crossing, the campaign that we're talking about, on Roll20, and I think we started it with Warhammer system. And like halfway through the first season, we changed. And we went to Foundry, and we switched from Warhammer to Zweihammer, and we had to like convert everything, and it was. I don't think we got it totally right.
I remember the switch from Foundry to Roll20, but I don't remember the system switch.
Yeah, we did. I will be honest, I do not remember why. Couldn't even tell you.
This shit's fucked.
Well, I don't know. I feel like Warhammer is a good system. I couldn't even begin to. I have no idea. It could have been the magic.
Maybe you just wanted to try it out, or maybe Roll20 didn't have Warhammer as an option.
Now, I'm just curious here as the new guy. What is Warhammer like? Because I'm thinking of like 40k Warhammer, like Space Marines and stuff. When I hear that,
it is.
Oh, okay.
It's just easier to say Warhammer than take the 2 extra seconds to say 40k. But that alone is such like Zweihammer is rough because it's not a large community, but Warhammer, like I have 4 guys. So in the military, we call Warhammer 40k the officers tabletop because 1, it's expensive as shit, but 2, because you're watching just like in chess or checkers, 40 moves out. One of the LNOs I work with actually comes from the UK where Warhammer started. He's been playing since he can remember. And he won a 12-hour game just by waiting out his opponent.
Oh, wow.
Like literally just being smart enough to go, he's eventually going to fall asleep after playing this game for 12 hours. And it's on a table. And that's the only reason he won.
Wow.
You know, there's but the lore, it's not kind of like D&D or even Zweihammer with the books. You know, there are so many different offshoots, so many different things, and then you have your own homebrew creations. You know, after the horsey thing,
I think I remember why I didn't choose Warhammer, and it's for every reason he just said.
12 hours to wait for a guy to fall asleep is actually mental.
Well, not that, but specifically getting into a system where there's already so much lore and you have to know it to be able to run it. Like if I wanted to jump into D&D and we're in the D&D system and in the D&D world, I need to know that world.
But you're at least in the campaign, which is smaller.
Yes.
You know, whatever campaign you play, whether it's Lost Mines of Felindar, Curse of Strahd, you know, whatever, it's already built.
Yes. And I think I thrive in my own writing, and Zweihammer allowed me full creative freedom because there is no world.
There's nothing.
Yeah, there really isn't. There's, hey, it sucks and you'll probably die. Good luck. That's basically it.
No, the first thing I thought of was like kind of Monster Hunter vibes. You know, you're just like this little fellow just going out murdering crazy ass monsters and stuff.
Actually, I just was doing the notes for, I think it was episode 9 of season 1, where specifically we kind of brushed over it a lot more. There's things that I've learned, you know, from running this game and things that I would do differently. But Shifty's character, Wilfer, and Fred's character, Torvik, was actually there for this. They were killing some animals and hunting and monster hunting, and Shifty's character specifically was collecting different things from each one, like a tusk from a boar, silver feathers from this bird, like collecting different ingredients, and it became a huge part of the game to where I was like, yeah, if you guys want to explore this, I'm going to build the whole system for it. So I went through and built like a whole like crafting and
awesome.
substance, alchemical ingredients, you know, all that stuff, to where if people want to go, like I had 2 players, Tough Nuts and Adis, that went and collected this ichor that they found on a statue. It was like this black-green ichor, and they're like, I don't know what that is, and I want to know what that is. So they collected some in a bottle, and I was like, alchemical ingredient added. Now we've got that. So, I think that's really what it was, is the creative freedom of not jumping into a game and people being like, actually this. It's like if you jumped into Pokemon or Star Wars and you're like, the Jedi haven't existed yet. And then people are like, and I'm like, well, fuck you.
Just pretend for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Just use your imagination, man.
That's the hardest thing, because like I wanted to run a Pokemon tabletop because I haven't seen a good one, and I wanted to run one. I think it would be a lot of fun, especially because I want to run it more dark and gruesome and raw. Like Pokemon are monsters, and they have like world-bending effects, and you got a 10-year-old running around with one. And I'm like, no, that's not realistic. That dude would die. Like your kid would die. So, anyways, I want to run like a real gritty Pokemon game. The problem is if I put anyone into a game and I was like, you see this rodent run up, it's sparking, it's got electrics, and like, oh, it's Pikachu, I pet it. I'm like, no, it's scary. You can't just know what it is.
Yeah. It's been along for too long, man.
Exactly.
It's gonna have some immersive people in here.
Exactly.
If you did a Pokemon game like that and you wanted it to be scary, you would have to make it to where the characters don't know what Pokemon are.
But the players do.
But that's just it. Like, and that's one of the hardest things for, even when I first started playing TTRPGs, was what I know is different than what my character knows.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't get into that mindset, or even start the sentence with, I'm not trying to metagame here, DM, but would I know this as a Pikachu? Because even though you've never heard the phrase Pikachu, your character's never heard the phrase, but you almost instinctively bring that in, like, well, I mean, I might have been in a bar and heard someone call it that. We as players can justify that. So I kind of go with, I got to agree with what Fred said on this one, just like, hey, that means you need to find people that have never played Pokemon, and good luck in 2026.
Yeah, there's just
that too. And I mean, most of the Pokemon lore is about they've always been capturing Pokemon in balls and everything. So it's really rough to get that setting as well.
That's the thing. If we did a Pokemon game, we'd either have to suspend our belief about what we know about Pokemon and make it to where this is the first time anybody in the game has ever seen Pokemon. Because you have to admit, if you go out into the woods and suddenly there's a little mouse that's shooting lightning,
I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm dipping, bro. I'm out.
I'll stay for a beholder. I'll run for a rat.
That's not normal.
You never know what that thing has.
That little speedy guy running with lightning.
Based off of just the character's reaction, in a world where nobody knows what Pokemon is, that shit's scary.
Mm-hmm. And
then you have a giant armored green lizard flying through the sky. That's also scary.
Exactly. So that's where I think it really comes down to having the creative freedom to build your own world. Because if I build my own world and I was like, these are Pokemon, but this is my world, prepare yourselves. People would get the idea and be like, oh, okay. But if I say this is D&D and it's in my world, people will be like, okay, I'm going to play a rogue. I'm like, no, shut up. They're like, oh, I already have my build. I already know everything my class does and all the features. And I'm like, well, all right, cool. Glad that why are we even playing? Like, it's just not fun for me. Like, I get why other people play it. I do. I understand. It's just not fun for me. I enjoy, and that's what a big thing that was part of Session Zero is I enjoy the journey, the travel of, finding out who your character is going to be. Who is Torvekic? Well, you don't know because you haven't gotten to the end of the story yet. You know who he is currently. But you have no idea what he could become. Whereas in D&D, you have a rogue and you've played it 14,000 times. You have a cleric and you've played it once because people apparently don't play clerics. You have a fighter. Everyone knows, oh, I don't want to play a fighter because I know how boring they are and da-da-da-da-da. It's so known. It's so known that it's like, it takes the fun out of it for me.
So I would fight with, and I get what you're saying, but I think it also depends on the DM then as well. So one of the tables I play at is in a server called March Topeka. And unfortunately, 4 of them are my former students, which is why I was brought in. And one of the, what was it? Our last session, we were in the setting of Theros, yes, from the Magic the Gathering game. And I originally came in as Twilight Cleric. So for those of you that don't know what a Twilight Cleric is, you're pretty much just a temporary HP generator. All I do is just pump out temp HP to everyone around me and just keep it going. Unfortunately, he was captured by Medusa. So I had to create another character. I created this gentleman named Cormac, who was this weathered, just veteran who had given up the life, founded a small farm, loved it, and I'm not gonna lie, I made him just to be a quick, shitty character. Like, all right, we're playing tonight. I haven't created a new character yet. Boom, boom, boom. He was a paladin, Oath of Vengeance. My DMs forced me to play him to the point where I fell in love with him. The other players fell in love with him. He had a not a sexual relationship, but he had a relationship with Karez, who was kind of another character, younger, very naive, very happy-go-lucky compared to Cormac's. I hate all of you. I just want to sit at a bar and get drunk and drown in my sorrows. And the very last session of the campaign, we were given a choice. We could either fight the god of the underworld, or Cormac can stay behind and his friends would go back and they would never remember him. Cormac stayed. That was it. And I caused a huge uproar within our Discord because a few guys were like, Cormac didn't deserve that. You could have done better. But at the end of the day, you have 3 people trying to fight the god of the underworld. You're not going to win. But at the end, and to this day, I still use Cormac. Cormac has become a planeswalker. He's become an NPC. He is used almost exclusively in every campaign we play now.
I think the difference for me is it's become almost so cliche and so overused to be like, oh, you're playing D&D. What are you playing? Level 5 human rogue. I'm a tiefling barbarian. I'm a this, that, and the other, whatever. Fred, what is Torvekik? You wouldn't say dwarf man-at-arms. You would say, oh, Torvekik is a troubled guy. He's coming to, you would have to describe this person. You couldn't just be like, I'm a human rogue. Is so boring to me. And this is me. This is my own thoughts and feelings. When I talk to someone, I'm like, oh, what are you playing? And they go, oh, human rogue. I'm like, I have zero interest in hearing any more. Like, so that was the most boring thing you could have said to me right now. Like, you're playing a human rogue. Wow. That's great. And that's just me.
Is a dwarven man-at-arms that has done some interesting things in the time he's been in Golden
Ridge.
in
Ridge.
Yeah, in Arwen's Rest. Yeah. Sorry, I had the backgrounds throwing me for a loop.
Yeah. It's just that's just
smell that alcohol.
That's just me. I enjoy the creative art of actually having to storytell, and I feel like D&D takes a lot of that away, and replaces it with a system.
So
hot take.
I would agree with you. I've been enjoying Zweihander a lot more than I enjoyed 5e. Not that I didn't enjoy my 5e game I played because, well, okay. So the 5e game I played a Elven Beastmaster Ranger that had his family was a little bit weird. So they lived
Elven
Beastmaster. Okay, there you go. That's exactly my point.
Well,
his family lived in a kingdom that was basically anarchy, and they ran an inn, and they used that inn to steal from people that stayed there.
That checks out.
Yeah. So, eventually this dude ended up.
Is Ken playing your D&D character in Zweihander? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
He might be. But he ended up fighting Tiamat. And to end the fight with Tiamat, I can't remember where he got the wish from, but he got a wish from somewhere. And he wished that, I think it was that dragons and the other races could live in harmony or some shit like that. And that started a cascade effect where he ended up going back in time, meeting King Arthur, joining the Round Table, and then getting shot back towards his regular time, where he's in history books and everybody knows who the fuck he is. It was really weird.
That almost emphasizes my point, though. Like, you are naming specific creatures. You describe. I'm an elven beastmaster, and I'm sure the D&D players here were like, "Yeah, I know. I've got the image of your character in my head now." I tried playing Baldur's Gate 3. I've played through all the Baldur's Gate. I enjoy them. I really did enjoy, Baldur's Gate. Never beat it, but great game.
We can change it.
Soon as I played with other people, didn't enjoy it. Reason being, I'm playing with other people who play D&D. They know all the rules. It's all a system. It's not fun. I'm not exploring anymore. It's just them doing the most optimizing thing. They know how to min-max. They know how to this. They know the system. And so then I'm running around like trying something, and they're like, "Why are you doing that?" I don't know, because my character's having fun. I thought it'd be cool. And they're like, "That's not what you do with that." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know." It's just the creative freedom versus system, and I didn't realize that was a hill I was going to die on, but I think I'm realizing I have a lot more feelings. It's not
actually the game, though.
It could be, but in my experience of 15 years of playing TTRPGs now, I haven't met one, so...
I think we all should play Baldur's Gate together, because I feel like it'd be a fun experience.
I think
it'd be the most random crap,
we were talking about playing drunk Baldur's Gate.
I know for sure that I ain't gonna be min-maxing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got no knowledge. Kevin.
I have nothing on the table. I'm just saying. Like,
maybe that's the entire problem. Is I'm an idiot. So
it's not that you're an
idiot.
Maybe
the problem is it's just min-maxing. You don't like min-maxing. Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, just find players who just want to have fun and don't care about the stats and everything. That seems like it would fix a lot of the issues you're having.
When you know the system, I feel, when you know that 2 + 2 = 4, you can't just be like, "Oh, I'm going to play a 3." And it's like, I don't know. It would be hard for me, personally. I don't know how other people would do it. When you know the system, everyone knows D&D, to be like, "Oh, that's not how it works all of a sudden." It just doesn't click for me. Like, Star Wars, you can't just be like, "Oh, I don't know. I can't relate it to Star Wars because I don't know Star Wars. But say you know Pokemon, and you're like, "Oh, actually, Mew isn't special. Pikachu is a bastard, and Clefairy is the prize Pokemon of everything." And people will be like, "Well, that's not true." You can force it, but there's always going to be that thing in your head being like, "Well, that's not how it works." I guess the best way for me to explain this is you get into combat, you have your combat turns, right? Everyone has their combat turns. It gets to their turn, boom, boom. They know how to position themselves. They know what all their spells do and skills, and they know how to use them efficiently and effectively because they've played this for 20 years and they know everything about it. And then it gets to my turn, and I'm like, I try this. I'll do one of these, and I'll go over here. And then people are like, it's like trying to play chess, and people all know how to play chess, and you don't. How is that fun? When they're just running through the game, and you're just like, this guy moves in an L?
Kind of sounds like them bad teammates.
Yeah, that still just sounds like bad teammates here. But I'm sorry you've had that experience with it. That really sucks, because I really love actually D&D 5e. I'm sorry, that's your experience.
I find it so boring.
I've never played it.
Yeah.
I have no judgment.
I've only done Tri-handed system. That's my stance on it. But again, I also know that I'm in the minority because D&D is the most popular system out there.
It's a Glock.
Yeah.
It's a Honda.
Yeah, it's very popular.
All right, you keep Glock. We're gonna have problems, Trashy.
Okay. Let me say it like this.
I don't think that
I like the people I play with.
Right here.
I don't really care about the system I play with. I just like the people I play with most of the time. Like, every game I've been so far, I've loved the players, I've loved their characters. That's really it. I don't really think about what system we're playing. Like, the King's Crossing system, I have no idea about it. So far, I'm just having most fun just learning about everybody's character, the world, and all that. I'm not really thinking about the system. I'm just thinking about, wow.
You will think about the system when we start dying in horrible, terrible ways.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, otherwise, I'm not really here for combat. I'm here just to learn about stuff and just have fun. That's it.
I will say on their prologue session, they got into a combat scenario and they all tried to run away immediately, and I was like, "That's a fair response."
Nah, bro, I wanted to be
That's something I've been noticing a lot with people that are playing Zweihander, is that instead of their first response, like in 5e, it's to grab your sword and fight. 90% of people seem to be like, "Yeah, that's big and scary. I'm going this way."
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
In 5e, your first response is to go stab the thing.
Well, that's also because in 5e you're a superhero.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is that's the difference I've noticed between Zweihander and, well, okay, I say 90% of the people's response is to, "Oh, fuck that," and run. Torvekic and Gronkel is like, "Oh, let's kill it."
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know.
Your group worked well because you both charged in. The problem is you would charge in once and then be like, "Oh, we're hurt and injured and don't have any healer, and we're screwed for a couple months until we figure out how to get safe."
Yeah. Well, Torvekic never got hurt until like the very end, so.
Besides dying, yeah.
Well, that was near the very end, you know.
No,
but I think that's also
season
part
one?
of the
yeah.
Oh, okay. It was, I think, like halfway through season 1. But anyways, Trashy, are you here? Are you talking?
I am. I'm making myself coffee. Nice. I am here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Choice.
No.
Can't blame the man for that.
No, and I think that's part of the reason why I went with Courtier, is because that is so off-brand for what I normally play. I do play like Torveki would. Like, that's the problem. Hit it with a lead pipe until it stops moving, and then continue hitting it a few more times, and then we can continue moving on. And when I was going through and I saw Courtier, I was like, that is nothing I've ever played like before. I have to use words as weapons compared to, hit it with a lead pipe until it stops moving.
Well, that's the weird thing, is because I'm playing like almost the opposite of what I usually played. The Beastmaster Ranger was always in the back. The fucking what was the other guy I played? Verde was always looking for clues on stuff and then beating it with a pipe. There was no just direct action like Torvekic does. Torvekic doesn't care. If it's trying to kill him, he's going to go kill it back.
I played in that game next to Detective Verde, your character, and I remember the first time we saw a creature, we both pulled our guns and just unloaded the entire map.
Oh yeah, we did. We did, because it was trying to crawl through somebody. Because it was trying to crawl in somebody's window and eat a kid, but that's...
Yeah, that's funny.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, that was hilarious, though. We both had the exact same response: kill it with fire.
Yep. We're both like, Pickles was like, "What do you guys do? Draw, fire, all of it.
Shoot that guy.
That needs to die now."
How many would you like to shoot? All of them.
I think we both did go for like double tap or something.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh wow.
Unloaded the entire mag, and it still
had
lived.
to make sure.
It did still live, didn't it?
Yeah.
We had to shoot it like twice more.
Yeah. Well, I think it jumped that fence and ran away. But
oh, is that the one that
got
got
hit it with a lead pipe?
I know we killed one of them.
Yeah, the gun don't work. You need the pipes.
We ended up crawling into the lair and lighting them up. I remember that. You got hurt.
I should have brought a flamethrower to that game.
Should have. Would have been a good idea. Maybe we should do that in King's Crossing. Bring a flamethrower.
Well, if I can find the short ones again, maybe I can.
I mean, I'm ready to trade in my spare for flamethrower. I'm just saying.
If you guys could have a signature weapon, say we'll just talk to Zweihander since we're kind of on that topic. And King's Crossing, if anyone's listening or watching this, King's Crossing is our current campaign. You can find it all over on the Patreon. If you guys were to have a signature weapon for your character, we'll go around the table and you guys can kind of say who your character is. Quick little snippet. Don't go in for an hour, but what would you guys have as a signature weapon?
I suppose I'll go first. Torvekic would definitely have his axe. That is currently at the bottom of a ravine that may or may not be burned. Because Torvekic is a dwarf, and when you think of dwarves that go into battle, he's got a shield, heavy armor, and his axe, and it's just what you think.
You wielded a shovel for a little bit.
No, that was a pickaxe.
No, I had a episode 1. You were wielding a shovel for like half the episode.
Oh yeah, because we were digging the roads out.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, huh, he never used that shovel again. That would have been interesting.
Because I forgot to put it on my list.
Of course, so it gets lost. Okay.
But at this point, it's at the bottom of the ravine with the axe. So
maybe like because your character benefits from single-handed weapon and shield, so maybe a single-handed axe.
Mm-hmm. But I also benefit from having two-handed weapons. So if I had like a bastard axe, like a bastard sword, but an axe instead.
Yeah, you just need a two-handed axe shield combo.
No, so do you know what a hand and a half sword is?
Yes, it's like the in between. God, what is an example?
You can use both hands. One.
Isn't a bastard sword hand and a half?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a bastard. That's why it's called a bastard sword, because it's a mix between the two.
In between.
So I would like an axe that's the same way, a hand and a half axe, so I can do both, depending on what I needed to do.
Yeah. Okay. Torvik swings both ways. What about the rest of you? No, I don't need to know how you swing. I mean, what would be your weapon of choice?
That's a tough one because I barely know anything.
Well, I know where you're from. They might not have weapons, but they're like.
You could just spin a bone club or something.
A bone club? Is that what you said? I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a giant. Like, nobody makes weapons big enough for these guys, right?
Oh yeah. So fun fact: he's playing a giant who has a
half giant, but yeah,
half giant. Yeah, who has a snow leopard pet.
Yes. Yep. Lumi.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Lumi.
pet.
Yep.
So I'm a giant beastmaster in the way that Rav's hated.
Yeah, that's exactly you describe as. I'm a giant beastmaster. Actually, you're not. You half giant. I don't know. I would describe your character. I'm a half giant from the northern wastes who didn't fit in. Basically packed up with my childhood pet Lumi, the snow leopard, and took off.
Yeah,
that's how I describe that character. But
so just by thinking of the fact that I'm a half giant, I kind of want to put off the ranger vibe because I feel like everybody goes beastmaster, they use a ranged weapon. So I think I want something a bit close and personal.
A tree.
Yeah, a tree. That's the one I needed. That's it.
A boulder.
Wields a small, like a Christmas tree, just wields it as a weapon.
Yeah.
Shit, Santa's coming.
Yeah.
Put the Santa hat on. It's like, Happy Christmas, dog.
Out of the bag jumps Lumi, the snow leopard.
Yeah.
All
that
right.
would be funny.
Jazz, Trashy, you guys got a signature weapon for your character? Now, Trashy, I know we haven't gotten to really explore your character yet, but
I mean, if Jazz wants to go first, I'll let her go.
Oh no! You go first, Trashy. I insist. You go.
If we're talking an actual weapon, I think Sabine would go for a parrying dagger. But if we can change the word weapon to item, it would honestly be a ledger book. Who owes her what?
I would allow that.
Here's my question.
I would go with a ledger book. Pretty much is like, hey, Fred owes me this favor because I did this favor.
Oh, okay.
And then worst comes to worst, you just beat him over the head with your book.
And that's kind of why, like, if it's an actual weapon, I would go with a parrying dagger. If we could change the word weapon to item, I would go with the ledger.
No, I think.
And I mean, she's
very character
sorry,
fitting. No, I was agreeing with you. It's very character fitting. Yeah.
I mean, she's got something like that, but I mean, like, this would be like, and I'm not trying to meta or D&D, but endgame. You know, like she can sit wherever she needs to. She won't have to do anything. You know, she's like, oh, you know, Wrath needs this. Hang on, Fred owes me a favor in that town. I would use the term, like you did that one time, Shadow Broker for Mass Effect.
I love that concept. I wanted to make one so bad, and I just couldn't find a good way to fit it into a game.
But that's what I think she would be. She would have Torvek. You know, if she needed, violence, she's got Torvek. But if it requires a letter hand, she's got that ledger.
That's actually a pretty cool concept, I can't lie.
Do you see her as a guild leader or more of like an advisor to, I know you've described it, but like an advisor to a political figure? Endgame.
Ask me that when we get closer to Endgame, because she can go either way at this point.
Oh, we've got two.
You know? Like, I mean, think about it. Like, yeah, it's easy for me to say guild leader right now because that's what she might want, compared to, hey, I'm finding out, I like the politics, or she's finding out she likes the politics. She likes, being that advisor, working for a king, or politician or senator, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, checks out. Okay, Jazz.
All eyes on you.
No more dodging. Get in there.
Thanks. That makes it better. Okay. I've actually been surprisingly really liking the spear. I didn't think I would actually need it. I was like, why don't I even have a spear? What use am I gonna have with the spear? And then after what happened in the first episode, I was like, oh crap. I thought she imagined her with just a normal sword, but spear Willow actually might be the goat here.
I thought it
don't even have to get that close.
Yeah, finding out with the range on it gave you some.
Oh yeah,
utility.
I was like, oh.
Not to be stereotypical or anything, like a noble lady. I kind of felt like a rapier or something like that would be sick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but now I'm like, in the future this might be something she might look into, but she definitely is gonna be trying to find like a rapier sort of sword. She has a monetary sword, but I feel like she'd be using that just against like more human opponents rather than a beast. A spear seems more fitting for a beast than it does a human, in her opinion.
Yeah, because like
safety reasons, that's what I think.
Spear, but you also have to remember you guys are nobodies, so the ability to get a stick that's been hardened in a fire is a lot easier than to get noble sword.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't have a rapier to start. A mortuary sword is basically the commoner sword, which I found out isn't actually that bad because it's basically a nasty little sword that has a higher chance to cause injuries. So, yeah, as you wound people, is a nastier chance to be like, oh, you actually severed off their shoulder on accident, or, oh, now they're infected.
Yeah, I don't know if Willow would try to do like if she has to, yes, but I feel like she's someone who wants to avoid actually hurting people. Like maybe she'll rough them up a little bit, but she's not trying to actually cause like permanent physical damage to actual people here. That's not her whole thing here. She's against doing that.
Yeah, because I think I don't know much about fencing, but I know that's your preferred like combat style, and I know it's mainly like a more of a defensive.
It's just for sport.
Yeah, it's like we do this in specific duels, but otherwise I'm not out just like on a battlefield being like on guard, against an army. Yeah, there's a bunch of hordes of orcs running at you, and you're like, no, one at a time.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Remember turn orders here. Come on.
Yeah. No, you have to stand over there. I poked you. That's 1 point.
Wait.
Yeah. All right. Any closing thoughts? Anything else you guys got for me?
I'm glad to know I get to start with a rapier.
Oh, you do?
I do. Oh. As soon as you're like, you don't get to start, I'm like, no, I do.
No. See, some people are built different.
I do have some questions about Torvekik for you if you want to stick around for a bit, Wrath.
Oh, after the podcast?
I have more ideas. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, we can always talk more. Anyone else got anything for the podcast here?
I'm sad that I'm already getting nerfed. My poor snow leopard is getting nerfed.
I can't wait for you guys to be Torvekik.
Yeah, you guys get to
You know what? We're not going to show up tomorrow now.
Wait. Don't do that now. Yeah, because tomorrow is the first. Tomorrow's the
session
first.
Session 0.5.
I don't know when this episode is going to come out on the YouTubes, but that dates us. Tomorrow is the first. So, yeah, they'll be playing, technically, episode 1 of season 3 of King's Crossing will be recorded tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Wrath messed up the actual episode 1, but it's fine. You guys got it. You guys got a prologue. They don't get a prologue, so.
Yeah, we just have more flavor, I guess.
Yeah, you guys will get to go into your episode 2, and people will be like, "Wow, this group seems like they already know each other, and they're so coordinated." And I'll be like, "Yeah, crazy."
I wonder what happened there.
Well, I don't know, because this group, the Sunday group, talks a lot more than you guys do. Well, you guys don't talk at all, so.
we're already sharing backstories. We're making shared backstories. We're like, Rat's just in the channel going, crap.
I'm just sitting there like, so you guys figured it out yet? And they're like, oh, we've got like pages. We'll get back to you. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Like, I literally asked Wrath last night because I'm a sellout and I'm already on his Patreon. So I'm like, hey, man, can I aggregate your notes into Sabine's notes and share that? And he's, we kind of had to talk it over real quick. And he was like, at the end, he's like, yeah, I'm cool with that. And I was like, great, because I already have it. And it's like 10
I'm
pages.
going to steal that shit too now.
Well, so if you're going to do it, do what I do. You can use Obsidian, which is free. It's a computer application. I've been using it for as long as I can remember, even outside of D&D. It's a great program. Like I said, it's free. You don't have to buy anything, but you can put all your notes in and it kind of shows you the web on everything. So like I got to link up with like Prime Timer tonight and be like, hey bro, I need your characters, info. Actually, so this way I can have
I dropped my web progress in the general chat in the Discord.
See, there you go. Yeah, no, but yeah, no, like I can't speak for your team, but we're better than Saturday for a reason.
Well, you guys had the more experience, so it would make sense.
I just look at it like this, like it's more slowly building up, like not knowing everything at first, that sort of thing. I kind of like the pace we're going at, to be honest. Our team is going at.
We bonded.
Like that'll be good for you guys, but
she's gonna fight you, Trashy.
And that's fine. I'm cool with that.
No way. I'm not gonna fight him. Are you kidding me? He kicked my butt.
I just find it funny because and I don't know if Wrath did this on purpose or if this was luck of the draw. Like our session 0, like Wrath had to leave for like 5 minutes to go something with the dogs or the bathroom or something, and by the time he came back, we're all buddies, we're all friends, and Wrath's like, oh crap, I picked the worst team for this. Like
literally I couldn't believe how well it worked out, because I initially offered like 4 different days or times and then just said, hey, people, sign up for the game, let me know when you're available. And then I took all of your guys' answers, put them into a spreadsheet, and it literally came down to half the people were available on one day at this time, and half the people were available on this day at this time, and there was no problems. And I was like, that's insane. Like that never happens. Everyone just lined up perfectly. And what sucks is like I normally run 4 players max. I don't want more. 3 to 4 is like my best. I've actually got really used to and comfortable with 2 players because I had that for a long time. So 2 to 4 is like prime for me. And I had 5 players for each group, and I was like, well, I don't want to just cut one. Like I guess I'm running 5 players for each group because it worked out. And then one of them never responded, so it turned out to the Friday group only has 4. That's why.
It's okay.
Well, I like my teammates, so
they just never replied.
It's all right. I'm sure something will happen. No, actually, it's fine. We are 5 people because my little snow leopard counts.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, see, we have our mascot.
Lumi's the.
Can't forget about Lumi.
Wrath won't tell you, but our team's already trying to figure out ways to screw you guys up.
That's awesome.
And it's a joke.
I can't wait to find out what happens.
He knows what it like. Ken's already in our chat group. Like, hey, so can I purposely? We're like, we haven't even started yet. Ken's like, yeah, but can I steal their items?
I know. He started off. He's like, so can I get a copy of their sheets when I rob them? And I was like, no.
So
right off the bat.
Man.
Now I can just use
our team's just like,
anytime someone tries to mess with you guys when you're not there, it'll just be the snow leopard in the way.
Lumi's just gonna bite you. Yep. And then, well, who knows? The longer you guys wait, that might be more animals.
Well, like I can't play your characters, but I can play Lumi. So anytime they try and mess with your characters, I can have Lumi stop them.
Show up.
They're like, oh, all of a sudden you're in a fight with a saber-tooth sized snow leopard. Good luck.
Repair.
That will be more.
And it has plot armor, so.
Yep.
He's got.
Sorry, guys.
You ain't winning against that.
Yep. As long as you're fighting the other group, it has plot armor.
Yeah, Master Chief has from Halo plot armor.
Oh my god, the Halo show pissed me off so much. I don't even want to talk about that. My woman, we watched it together.
The Amazon one?
Yeah, my woman and I we watched it together, and she's like, "Would you shut up?" Because I just kept going, "That's not what is happening."
Yep. He took the helmet off Like,
Oh,
I was like, nope, I stopped watching.
He's over there like, oh, I'm in love, and this is a love story now. I was like, no, it's not.
No.
It's not at all what this
Stop
is.
it.
Episode 1 was enough for me to know that I was not gonna watch it no more.
It was rough. We got through it, but man, by the end of it, I was like, I don't even like Halo anymore.
I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah. It was rough.
Steam hide.
Yep. Anyways, so that's our first ever podcast. This is it. This is what we're gonna be doing. I'm thinking maybe like once a month, just kind of hang out, chit chat, and if you guys enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, and all the things. You can find all of us in the Discord, where you can see we talk quite often. So if you want to be a part of this, hang out in the Discord, and you will be. Check out the game shows. We've been posting every Saturday. 1 p.m., 3 p.m. Every Saturday, there's a YouTube video that goes out. One of our game shows. And if you guys want to see our TTRPGs, we are actively currently playing. Those are all getting uploaded.
There's so many notes. Oh, this is awesome. There's even a dog.
There's even a dog.
Yeah, do what I do. Take all the notes, put them into ChatGPT, say, don't worry about table 2, aggregate the hell out of them.
Careful. Yeah. Careful talking about AI, man. People will light you up. Yeah, they'll cancel. It's
I'm not
crazy.
saying to be DM. I'm just saying, hey, just aggregate them for your notes.
I used AI to come up with the tokens for the Sorry game because I'm not an artist. I can't make tokens. So, but I wanted it to look cool. I was like, I don't want it to just be like the letter F. Like, I want it to be a cool token. So I used AI to make these tokens. Oh my God, people
will show face just for AI, bro.
I was like, my bad. Damn.
Can't you just be happy that you're playing a game?
Yeah, it was. I learned my lesson. I was like, okay, got it. People are big mad. Anyways, this has been our episode. Maybe we'll talk AI in TTRPGs next week or next month.
Already 4 posts in season 3, guys. You should get Patreon. It's so beneficial.
Yeah. Wait, are you on the Patreon?
Yes, I'm in the Patreon.
Hey, let's go. Another patron. Wait, were you already? No, you weren't, because Jazz was, and Trashy was, and Benchy was. So that's our 4th Patreon. Yeah.
Hey, guy.
Go check out
He's
the
so
Patreon.
excited he can't use words.
I can't. Oh, that's it. We're out. Thank you so much for watching. Just check us all out on Discord and
Be safe, guys.